Hi, I'm Shea.
And I'm Shealyn. Ah! Who's that? Who did you invite along?
Madi.
This is my daughter, Madi.
I'm a stray.
She is the stray I picked up.
Off the street.
And that you watched the yeah.
Yes, last night I watched it and she was in the room. I didn't even care. I just was like, watch this.
I'm not scared of it. It wasn't that scary.
Yeah,
so
I don't think so either. I mean, that's what the poster says, like the scariest film of all time, and I'm like, really? Maybe for the time being.
For that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, for that time period, it was scary. And people vomited, and there were miscarriages, and people fainted. Yes, a heart attack.
Well, yeah, no, the vomit's gross.
Bag.
Yeah, no, that part is really disgusting. And at the time when my mom saw it, because this movie like traumatized her, she was very religious. So I think if you're in the Catholic Church and all that, and actually fear these kind of demons, I'm not saying they don't exist, because then if I say they don't exist, then I'm going to be possessed later tonight. So I'm just gonna go with the whole movie. But yeah, I recently walked up all those steps that are in Georgetown, DC.
In the video.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to, because it's like, you know, a little landmark there. They have a plaque. So I felt like, oh, I should do it. I didn't fall or anything. I didn't roll down and die.
Appreciate
that's
it.
always good. But do you two want to sum up the movie for anyone who hasn't seen it, even though it's like,
how
old?
You can see the very beginning. Actually, the first time I've seen this movie, when I was a kid, a lover of all things scary, horror films, this was the one movie my mother refused to let me see. She's like, no, you can see anything you want, but you can't watch that. And I was like, you know, things are worse. That's fine.
It just seems like exorcism seems so intense that like the priest, I wouldn't want to do it. But then again, I wouldn't want to be a priest either. So like they really have to want to save that person, you know?
Isn't that part of like the priest motto? Like that's their job, right? Like,
yeah, but they're not gonna. I feel like with this, like especially with the Exorcist and what happens to Father Karras, like he dies because he becomes it and he wants to kill himself. You know, so it's like he knew that was gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to save anybody. I'd just leave. Screw you.
This I just assumed some random like demon possessed some random girl. I didn't know there was like the thing
based on a true story.
Based on a true story. Well, the writer of the book, which I don't know how to say his name, Bladdy,
who knows?
You know,
Peter. His name is Peter.
Okay, Peter.
William.
So when he wrote it, he heard the story on the news about an exorcist of like a 10-year-old boy. Unfortunately, I think the 10-year-old boy died.
What?
Did it also last a month?
It lasted 3 months. The exorcism lasted 3 months.
But in this movie, it was just...
Yes.
Yeah, it was quick. Like, and then what irks me about this movie, it's a very like rich people just got, you know, oh, thank you. Thank you. I get food here. But with like,
great
it's just the rich people just leave after it's done. Like the priest is dead. That guy has no friend. What's happening back there?
I was moving my legs and I just like disappeared.
Her head.
I thought you said she farted or something. I was like, what happened?
No, her head was still there, but the rest of her body disappeared.
That's what happens with these green screens. Like, you know, mine, of course, I don't disappear at all, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's sometimes bust through like a T-Rex. That's cool.
Look at now, she's like, there you go. But yeah, I just, at the end, you know, the famous actress just leaves with her daughter. Everything is fine. They've like ruined everyone else's lives. And she's like, peace out.
The exorcism was that, because she looks like perfectly normal with a few bruises and scars on her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She has like some little scrapes, like some little. I think it was like a week. I don't think it was that long that it was going on.
Longer for it to heal.
Well, would it gone maybe her face went back to like having just some few cuts and whatever. I don't know.
But like, does she have all the scarring on her belly and stuff too? Like, I have questions, you know.
But it started in Iran.
Oh yeah,
Iraq or Iran or whatever. And so the original and Father Marin, he goes on like some ex or whatever, and he finds stuff. I don't even quite get. I'm stupid. Whatever.
What, that little devil head?
Little devil head he finds, and then he feels sick for like days, and then he goes and he sees the statue of Pazuzu.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be the actual demon that's possessing Reagan, and which is never mentioned in the movie, but that is what the statue is of.
Yeah, they just show that little, like, the guy picks it up, right? The cop picks up that devil head thing.
So the cop picks up the little dog or whatever that she made.
Oh, I thought he found the little the piece that the old man had.
Yes.
Oh. Weird. Because that's how we know.
Yeah, it tips him off that it has to do with Reagan. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, duh. Well, how did they not figure that out before? Like, they think he just jumped out of or somebody pushed him out of the window?
I would think
like, I don't get it.
Well,
whatever.
I think the detective said, yeah, some like man pushed him.
Oh, yeah. Because a little girl probably couldn't have had the strength.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So,
whatever. But she was possessed by the devil, so yeah, you know, she did. Which, she's very raunchy. She's saying things like, you know, F me, and then puts the mom's face down there, and then there's blood all over the mom.
Yes.
After the cringeworthy scene where she pees on the floor at the party, you know, like she could, that I'd be like, what the hell?
Also, little key fact, because I kept wondering how the hell it just possesses some random girl. She plays with a damn Ouija board.
I know. I thought of you when that happened because yeah, she found the Ouija board at that house, and then she was playing with it. She has a name, I forget, for whoever is possessing Uncle something.
It's Captain Howdy.
That's so freak. Yeah, okay. Captain Howdy. Like, if my daughter started saying crap like that, I'd be like, what? What do you mean? Like, where did you get this? Don't ever play with it again.
Right. And then she's like, I play it with myself all the time. Watch, it's Captain Howdy. And it flies across the thing. Okay, we're done with mom, who is an actress or whatever.
Yeah, she's like famous.
Yeah, she like notices things around the house. Like, there's weird sounds, like growling weird sounds coming from the attic. And it must be rats.
I know.
And the guy's like, there's no rats in your house. Like, what are you talking?
I was like, that's definitely not rats. Like, I'm not saying I would have gone and investigated, but I probably would have. But it was not rats, okay? Like,
part of this movie. So she's in the attic looking for the rats. She looks at all the mouse traps and there's nothing in there. And then the flame goes.
Yeah.
The guy behind her is like freaked. He's scared. He's just shit his pants. And he goes,
yeah,
rats.
Yeah, and she thinks that he made the flame do that. Like, she's like, getting mad at him. It's like, no, what? I don't know. She's a little. Does it ever say what happened to the dad? Did he die? Oh no, he just moved away. That's right. They call him later.
Him, and they're trying to figure him out. He's like in Greece or something. I don't know if he's or what, but
I thought he died because the way she's like, well, I love your dad or something, but I guess no, they're just divorced or something.
Her boyfriend Burke, he's the one who died.
Yeah, he was the director, isn't he? Yeah, okay.
Probably, I don't know. So you know, she ends up taking Reagan. Her bed is moved.
You love Raven,
bro. Like evermore, whatever. Edgar Allan Poe is in my head right now, but. Her bed is shaking, and clearly that was Reagan's doing with her psychosis.
I know. The doctors are very dumb. One, they're smoking, which I guess was a thing in the 70s. The doctors are still smoking. But come on, like, it was lifting, you know, I guess maybe she's a famous actress, so I would think she'd have a video camera to like document some of this to prove.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Another thing is, like, they could have possibly been seizures, but like she was floating. That's not.
Yeah, yeah, like she's doing this in it, like that. That's the next level.
Having a seizure.
Yeah.
Fine.
Even a seizure is not going to move the whole bed like with your mom on it, you know, right. Like that's.
So then, of course, she perform all of these surgeries. Tess and Madi freaked out.
Okay, that was the most traumatizing part. He had
the squirting.
That was
what was that? Okay, I didn't even know what a spinal tap was. I knew it's a band, but I didn't know like that's what happens.
Yeah. Well,
what the hell is happening? Why is it just squirting out?
Blood went, but they were
just a high pressure area. It probably happens if you were to do that in real life, but like
future surgeon right here.
Shut up.
But why? Like, I don't know. Then that's traumatizing her even more, and it just
they go, oh well, we don't see anything. Well,
let's do more procedures on her.
Yeah,
let's
just in case.
More trauma.
So it's in your head, but hey, let me throw this at you.
They would, because they'd want your money. So
we tell you should go do a exorcism. That's not real. Don't do them, but it'll make the child feel that she is, you know.
Yeah, he was like, we don't really believe in it, but it's helped in the past.
Because you were possessed. That's why it's helped.
When the therapist dude like was talking about getting an exorcism, didn't she like grab his crotch or something? I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, she does. Or she puts her hand in, and she says what? Oh, Judas Priest or something. I forget whatever she says it. And I had to look that up again. That's a fan. It means, and it actually means like something. You know, it means like, oh my gosh, but whatever. So I learned a lot from this movie, clearly. I don't remember her grabbing his crotch, but I'll have to watch it.
But like, she became possessed, and then like
oh yeah. No, she did. I thought you meant the mom. I was like, the mom didn't do that. The mom's like a lady. What? No. Yes. No. She grabbed. I mean, this demon or whatever is possessing her is like a perv and a really bad person who keeps trying to like molest everybody in the room. Yeah. So yeah, the crotch.
Yeah. So then
very creepy.
Father Marin, who was 44 at the time when he made this movie, he looks like he's 80. Spent 3 hours in the makeup chair to make him look older.
Oh, really? Okay. Wait.
He actually looked like.
In fact, they even made comments that wearing more makeup than Reagan was during her possession.
I thought that was just an old man.
No, he's 44, and he spent 3 hours in the makeup chair to make him look older.
They did a good job there.
We're following around Father Karras, whose mom dies, and he's all like, I've lost my faith. Turns out the actual actor was going to school to be a priest, and then he lost his faith and became.
Oh yeah, a bunch of weird stuff happened with this movie, like the set burned down, and other people lost family members, and yada yada. And what's her name? The mom broke her tailbone.
Yeah, when she was in that one scene,
and it's in there. Yeah, in the final cut.
They kept it. You could see her reach for her back, like that,
and things to get the actor's raw emotion, like in some scenes where like the Reagan projectile vomited on Father Karras. The director said it was only going to be the chest area, but he got it all up in the face, and oh my god,
in his mouth. I think it's in his mouth.
Yeah,
I'd be so pissed.
Oatmeal and split pea soup instead of like actual vomit.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mom got thrown because they were strapped to cables.
Yeah.
Them, and they pulled her so hard, and she slammed it. She had permanent spinal problem after that.
I mean, I wonder how much she got paid for this movie. Like, not enough to permanently.
Oh, many people sued this movie, I believe.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I think so.
Were you talking to the devil on your shoulder right now? Like, what? You were like,
yeah,
on my shoulder.
Was
Pazuzu.
I'm Pazuzu.
yeah, Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. Pazuzu.
What was interesting was some of the things they're like, oh, we think this is possessed. The only thing I would say is really freaky is when the entire set burned down except for Reagan's room. That's creepy. But
that's because it was in a freezer, right?
Yeah. They made it super cold so you could see the
Well, no, they said they built it in a freezer or something, built her room in there just so you could see their breath, because CGI breath wasn't a thing yet,
right.
you know.
Right.
But
negative 30 to 40 degrees.
That's insane.
Yeah,
this movie seems grueling. Yeah, not an ideal movie set to work on. It took double the length that it should have to be made. I think they spent double the budget, mostly because crap kept going wrong. But I don't know. I gotta look up this director. He seems like a butthead. But maybe he was super talented. I don't know.
So we were reading about some of the people that died while the film was being made or after, and some of it seems a bit of a stretch. Like I can go.
Yeah.
It seems like, okay, the two actors that actually died in the movie, like Burke and somebody else, they died in real life, like right after the filming.
Really?
And then
they weren't old.
No.
Right.
And then there was people's family members. I was like, well, that's a stretch. If you're going,
yeah.
Well, and then they're like years later, so and so died, and everyone died. So it's like
they always pull that, like they did that with the Poltergeist films too, and it's like, okay, enough. Like you can't say then, oh, his mom died in the movie, then his real mom died 10 years later. Like that's life. That's what happens. Like that's not a link, but you know,
facts.
but some of it you got to stretch it. You know, you got to write that story, get that clickbait headline. It works. You're like
really haunted. Shut up, no, it wasn't. It may have. There's a lot of things that we can kind of go, well,
that's either a stretch
that
or
makes
it can
sense.
Be
like if it was really made in a freezer, well, explains why her room didn't burn. But cool. But thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
I don't know. Like I like it for what it is. It's an old scary movie, very ominous. Like I liked going on the steps. Georgetown is a beautiful part of Washington D.C. Like the movie, it looks just like that still, everything about it. So I liked I hadn't watched it in full probably since I was little, so I didn't really like pay attention then. Watching it now, I liked it, you know, I liked it a lot.
Okay, one thing that got me was, so he listens to the her speaking in tongues in reverse, and they're like words, and he's saying stuff or whatever, and it says Marin like a million times, and then we go and get Father Marin. I'm like, did that not?
It didn't click.
No, yeah, like your father. She said Marin like a million times. She called her like, this is how this is working out, and then he died, and it was. I love the CPR tried on there.
The which one? Oh yeah. I was like, that's gonna look like he's murdering the guy if somebody comes in. Like that's what I thought.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, but he's a psychiatrist.
I understand. Yeah. He went to Johns Hopkins.
He's busy punching this dude in the chest.
It was very extreme CPR, but
that's like
it was the 70s. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were doing.
This is what you learn at Johns Hopkins to do CPR.
You're not CPR trained, but you're a doctor.
Yeah, he should have at least. I've had CPR training to be like a restaurant manager, so he should have at least done it in med school at some point. Yeah, but you never know. I think maybe he was also like freaked out and angry, but I do remember thinking like he was gonna break that guy's rib or something. You know, like he was hitting it.
Break ribs when you perform CPR, but that dude
he was trying to murder him, I think secretly. He was already possessed.
This also was the first horror film to be nominated for Academy Award.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
As genre is not really looked at as real theater, but not art. Whatever.
This one's good though. It's beautiful, you know.
And it was the highest growth till 2000 and 17, 18 when the new It came out.
It's 2018.
Really?
2018. What did I say?
27.
Really?
So I said, yeah, 2018.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
It beat it. I'm kind of disappointed at that.
That was
the It reboot.
The It
of all-
reboot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like the original It, I would have been okay with, even though it's a stretch for it to beat The Exorcist. But the fact that it was like the Pennywise of now, no.
Yeah.
No.
So that was
Well, I mean,
Boo.
craze thing.
well, it had a lot of hype. Let's be real.
I just hate his little outfit, that Pennywise. I don't get it. Just stay as scary as our favorite. Why can't I think of his name? Tim Curry. He's scarier, and he's just wearing a basic ass clown costume, and he's scary.
It's his mouth.
The other one looks like he's a tightrope walker, like in the circus.
I just hate makeup. It just bothers me, like, to no end. Like
his massive forehead
and his massive
forehead.
Yeah,
it's like distracting. What's your scale though? What are we rating it on?
Let's do Linda Blair's.
Floating Linda Blair's.
Floating Blair.
Okay, Maddie, you go first, or one of you.
Okay,
it's out of 5.
Out of 5. Well, since I haven't watched that many scary movies, like, and I kind of like this one, I'd give it maybe a 4.5.
Oh, that's good.
That is generous.
Yeah. I would say though.
I would say 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4. That just says 5, is reserved for Scream and Jaws. No, I liked it though. I really like it.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram.
Like and subscribe, or else Parazuzu will be in your room tonight.
That wasn't
I like that. And with a threat. I like it. I'm down for it. I threaten people all the time. That's fine.
Yep. So until next time. Bye. You gotta stop laughing. You can't work if you hear you. Actor. That's so. Guess Shealyn is too. It's fine.
Yeah. Go.